We're live.
What up? Let's get weird. It is Hangover Monday for myself. Rackets, how are you feeling? Are you having a hangover Monday or are you excited to get back at the new week?
I'm fantastic. I actually went to bed super early last night, so
Oh,
I
look
feel
at you.
great.
You are rested. Bill Rupp, you seem a little different. You seemed cranky on the phone, but awake in the pre-show.
I'm fine.
Good. Great. Way to bring the energy. Evan, how about yourself?
I'm doing well, just busy.
Busy? Busy like a bee? All right.
Busy bee.
We're going to get into it today. Not that much today. I mean, this should be a pretty clean, quick show. We don't have a Monday night football game. We got, I think, 4 hockey games. I think there's only like 9 college basketball games to give you an idea of a couple of the teams we're going to be betting on in college basketball to how bad the slate is. IUPUI and Bethune-Cookman led the list. So not much going on there. Bill, what do we got in the hoops in NBA?
There's only 6 games, and it's getting worse and worse. Lineups don't come out until like 5 minutes before game time.
They keep pushing it back a few minutes each day.
And
They're getting closer to 7, I've noticed.
And at 10 o'clock games like Sabonis and stuff, you can't give in.
Yeah.
You don't even know. So there's really nothing to do.
So really the headline of the show today is going to be built around the national championship, which is tonight. And even that, Bill, I don't even have a bet on it. I'm going to give out bets, but we don't have to bet because we have our futures and our hedged.
Before you get into that, I would like to rewind back to last week, where I told everybody that I've been killing first.
The first basket thing.
Yeah,
that was the craziest thing I ever seen.
Yeah, I told everybody.
By the way, that was not just any show, Bill. That was our first ever Stay Cashin Twitter Spaces show,
which did pretty well, mind you.
Yeah, did it?
It
so
did.
We'll be doing them again then.
Ed Randall didn't happen, but I said if Randall didn't score something, it would be Brunson to take the shot, Randall to take the shot, and I think it was Siakam. Was I gave out? And
you had Brunson. You said it's going to be one of these 3 guys: Brunson, Randall, or Siakam.
And that's how it went.
Those 3 guys took the first 3 shots of the game.
Make. And if you were a subscriber, you would have got. We lost that one, but if you would have followed all 3, you would have won. But if you were a subscriber, you would have got the one later.
Jokic, I hit that one too.
Jokic plus 450. We killed that. We got the 450 for the first basket and the 175 for the first team basket.
And I think it may have been the first basketball bet I've ever tailed that's won. So my curse was broken.
Then on the Thursday show, I gave you Rom to win the golf.
Did he end up winning it all?
He went into yesterday 9 strokes down to Morikawa.
What? I thought he was in first after day 2.
He
collapsed? He collapsed on the third day?
You know he always collapses one.
Yeah, him and Rory like to give a round away. Yeah.
So 9 strokes back, I seen him. He's like minus 4,000. I'm like, all right, it's over. Next thing I know, someone in the chat said Rom's in first.
Morikawa flowed.
Morikawa blew a 9-stroke lead in the final round, and not only did Rom win, he won by 3 strokes.
Wow, that has to be one of the biggest turnarounds from down 9 to up 3.
So we cashed that plus 650 also.
Yeah.
Started
all right.
Season with a win.
What a nice little weekend for silly Billy Rupp. My weekend was ruined by that fucking prick Aaron Rodgers not showing up again in a big game. I'm sure you guys saw my furious tweet, and then someone wrote back to me, they're like, looks like you lost a lot of money on this game. Yeah, I did lose a lot. Why do you think I'm so fucking mad on Twitter? Of course. But I lost a shit ton. I lost a Lexus on that fucking game. Of course. I wouldn't care if I didn't. Let's go to some headlines here, E. Let us know what we're working with before we get into some bets. And this is going to be a nice tight show. We'll probably be out of here before 3 today.
The Cowboys suck, but I think we learned from that game that Sam Howell is a dog.
He's a dog.
He was playing great.
Yeah. Hey, what'd you think of that, Bill? What'd you think of that game?
Yeah, Cowboys looked very bad. I don't know how they're going to playoffs. But Howell did play very well. He looked good. They may have, we don't know. I mean, a small sample size, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully they go with him next year. But Dallas just looked bad. Interception again, which me and Hoffman were on the Discord all day yesterday in the chat. And we forgot to bet the pick on that. Hoffman was pissed. But they're just undisciplined.
They're just a bad football team.
Yeah, they have good players, Tommy. They don't utilize them.
And that's the thing.
2 guys who were within like 100 rushing yards of each getting 1,000, and you hardly ran them yesterday.
I mean, they had what? They had fucking 40 yards combined.
It
I
makes
think
no sense what they're doing as the game.
Dude, listen, the bottom line, Rackets, we've said it a million times. You cannot win with bad coaches and a bad front office. Like, McCarthy sucks, Rackets. He just sucks.
He sucks. Dak sucks. Dak's got, what, 15 picks in 12 games?
He's trash.
Yeah,
14 for 37
And,
he was.
okay, it's one thing if you're pushing the ball down the field, if they're happening like on deep shots. He's throwing them on like fucking 9-yard slants, fucking underneath.
Average 3.5 yards per pass.
They're bad. They're bad picks.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
not good.
He's a terrible quarterback. And their receiving core, I mean, they have all the weapons, right? Like, if you hand any team, Zeke Elliott, Tony Pollard, CeeDee Lamb, and Dalton Schultz, that should be enough. Then when you add in the Gallups and the Browns and, guys like that, even T.Y. Hilton fucking rising from the dead to come back to football, which I won't count for much. The weapons are there. They just suck. And that's the thing. And good players isn't enough. As a Yankee fan, Bill, we saw it for 15 years. That 15-year stretch there after the Jeter era. Like, just good players all over the team, but they just couldn't put it together as a team, poorly coached and didn't merge and gel. I think this team's the same way. McCarthy's got to go. He's a fucking bag of shit. But Saturday's game, go on.
I was going to ask you about your Jets.
What about them? How stupid they are?
So, 4 things I have for you.
That was a fantastic game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Weren't you on the edge of your seat?
So I think this is the 3rd game in a row they didn't score a touchdown.
Yes.
They're approaching
three different. I think it's 3 different quarterbacks who failed to score touchdowns.
They're approaching Ravens territory. And how bad
we're moving towards like 85.
Good team you guys got there. So, all right, 4 things could happen. Rank them least to most likely. Peyton is your new coach.
No, I think Salah's going to stay there.
They said Salah's.
Harbaugh's your new coach.
What'd you say, Evan?
Let me finish first.
Okay. Hold on. When Evan, just say what you said about Salah because you're talking about coaching.
Yeah, there's reports that Salah's job is safe for the year. They're worried about LaFleur this year. He's going to.
LaFleur's trash. He's got to get out of there.
So all right, go on, Bill. Peyton's your coach. Harbaugh's your coach.
No.
Rodgers is your QB. No. Lamar's your QB.
No, I would literally.
Which one's
obviously, most likely is Rodgers.
I would say Lamar. I would say Lamar.
I don't want Lamar.
Lamar,
no matter what
Carr,
you want, I'm asking you what's most likely.
Well, I mean, whatever I want won't happen. So yeah, that'll what will happen then, because that's the dumbest thing you could do. Take a fucking team that's going to have a gangster defense and put a quarterback who makes a shit ton of mistakes late in games. That's perfect. A guy who can never win in the 4th quarter and finish all you need is a guy who's a little bit clutch, right? Like give me Stidham. Give me someone who's like a little bit decent. I don't need Lamar Jackson. I mean, even Brady on that defense. Yeah, it would be great. But I think Salah's fine for a year. LaFleur's got to get the fuck out. He's trash. And I'm curious to see. I mean, there's going to be a lot of opportunity on the free agent market for teams who are looking for a quarterback. A lot of guys coming around at the end of the season, kind of stepping up a little bit and giving some flashes to a free agent market there. But basically, right now, this team's Garrett Wilson. That's what it is right now.
How about the Texans yesterday going ahead and winning that game?
I told you, man. I don't understand why they were a dog. Rackets, what about your Colts? You had to be happy.
Dude, we're 4th in the draft now, and with the Bears being number 1, don't be surprised. Indy's got some draft capital too. Don't be surprised if the Bears and the Colts link up and Indy ends up at number 1 out of a trade.
Well, they're going to fuck up anyway. So
who's going to be your core? Who are they going to take?
Stroud.
Ooh.
Bears
I'm just saying.
Did you say the Bears are going to be number 1 and take a quarterback?
The Bears are number 1. I said that they're going to
trade. They're not taking a quarterback.
Trade down to 4.
No,
I would say that trade down to 4 with the Indy. Indy goes up to 1 and takes Stroud. Indy has a bunch of draft capital this year too.
We don't want Stroud. Stroud's trash.
Yeah.
That's what I think that they're going to do.
Honestly, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen the team do. It's the worst thing a team has ever done. Lose the number 1 pick to fucking steal a 1-point win. It's the biggest Jets move ever. Like, this is what the Jets did for like 6 straight years: win the games they're supposed to lose
against the Rams 2 years ago.
Lose the games you're supposed to win. So,
I thought,
but honestly, Bill, I'm going to tell you real quick, it may save them because you don't want to take the quarterback this year. I keep telling you, next year is the year you want the quarterbacks. There's a gangster class coming out being led by fucking half man, half amazing Caleb Williams. But This is not the year to go take the quarterback. I'm telling you, you don't have anything really good coming out.
I thought that, that they were gonna go for the tie or whatever, and then lose it maybe, or go for 2 and lose it, not get the 2. Like, oh, we still tried, but I guess the players who are on the field don't give a fuck because they're playing for contracts.
Well, here's the thing, Bill. Players never want to lose because they don't want
But that's
competition. Whoever that first round pick is for their job.
Though, that's the time when you're the owner or you're the front office and you say, all right, hold the quarterback and put in number 98 offensive lineman as quarterback.
Yeah,
2-point conversion because you don't want that play.
You can't tell your team not to win. Yeah, it's a tough spot for the quarterback. The only thing you can do is call the wrong play, right? Like call the worst play you can and try and hope it fails. But even that'll work. You try to do a triple reverse or fucking something and it fucking works out. I mean, it's a tough spot to be in. We obviously weren't on here on Saturday either. Saturday went pretty much. We knew what was going to happen with 3 games, right? We thought we knew what was going to happen with 4 games. But I told you, the Bengals, the Bills, and the Chiefs are all winning to take all that pressure off the NFL. There's no way they were going to let that chaos happen. They all went out and handled their business. I mean, the Tennessee Titans had that game locked up, and what was it, a fumble? Or I forget. It was a fumble or an interception that just went back to a fumble?
Fumble.
I mean, the whole game, they just controlled the whole game. And then at the end, they're just like, here you go. Here's the playoffs. So your Jaguars walking into the playoffs there, Rackets, your 7th favorite team of the year. Trevor Lawrence didn't look good. The team didn't look good, but they got the win.
They got the win, and they're going to beat the Chargers on Saturday, too.
They might. I mean, they're trash, so it's about 2 shitty teams.
That's Colin Cowherd's one of 5 NFL quarterbacks. He would never answer the phone about trading.
Who?
Trevor Lawrence? Agreed.
Yeah, fuck Trevor Lawrence. He's trash. He's wiped out. Fucking dogs.
He wasn't great, but he wasn't bad.
He was trash.
There was some drop balls that probably should have been caught.
Some passes that should have been thrown better, too. It was trash.
The one in the end zone was egregious.
A little ridiculous.
I saw you lighting me up in the chat for that one. I'm like, I can't even respond.
Where is that throw?
I can't even respond to that. I could have thrown a better ball than that one.
Yeah, outside of that, I mean, my boy Drake London comes through for us again. 6 for 120. I'm telling you, man.
He's all of fucking Ritter's yards, dude. 100%. Every week. 100% of his yards.
We've smashed his prop every week. It's 45, 50, and every week he goes for 100. Last week, I think he fell short. He was at like 48, but he still had 8 targets.
Fuck me.
Yeah, that was the only time it didn't hit. But I'm telling you, man, Bill, first of all, Rackets, I would like my Desmond Ritter apology now as he's starting to look amazing.
Not after one game.
That's the second in a row. But Bill, that team's fucking good, man. Watch out for the Falcons. Watch out for the Falcons next year. I mean, I'm starting to look like I'm right on Ritter. And this
the rest of the division is just shit. And they're gonna.
And dude, Bill, Algier is fucking a monster. It's allowing them to use Patterson less. And you're getting fucking Pitts back next year. Drake London, Pitts. I mean, it's a fucking good offense with a lot of weapons with Ritter there. I really like this Falcons team.
They could use a guy like Calvin Ridley.
I was just gonna say that.
I mean, that's the most insane thing ever that he's not. I mean, I can't understand it. But that team's gonna be pretty stacked next year. Offense is gonna be great. They just need to go draft some people. Anything else from this weekend that was consequential, Bill, that you feel needs to be touched on from the games?
Not really. I mean, it was what it was, right? I mean, the game last night, Aaron Rodgers looked like shit. That's what
what a fight. That's where I wanted to end with.
All of his passes were thrown over the people's heads. They were thrown short.
Fucking crybaby. And he yells at his receivers every time he fucks up.
Interceptions that you don't see him usually make. Just bad yesterday. Bad all around. You could see it right when it was. Right when I saw them jump and get that lead, I think it was in the third quarter, I got plus 250 on the other side. And not only did I hedge then, I also got plus 165 later because I knew it just wasn't looking good. So I got a nice couple hedges in because we had max bets all over ending on that game. So the hedge worked out. I made some money. And I had Aaron Rodgers rushing yards, 2.5. In games where he needs to run, he runs a couple times. And those, like you say about Burrow, when it's on the line, these guys run.
Yeah. You fucking cannot have 2 drives there at the end of that game, 2 important drives that they needed, and go 5 plays, 12 yards, and 6 plays, 12 yards.
I mean, what were they doing the whole time anyway, going for it on, like, 4th down from their own 30?
I mean, everything was stupid.
I mean,
LaFleur sucks, dude.
All they needed to do in that first half was get in the end zone once.
Yeah.
They just scored one touchdown, the game would have been over.
It was literally, I mean, we started the weekend off on Saturday with a play-in game, basically, between the Titans and the Jags. Neither team deserves to be in the playoffs. And we ended it with the kind of play-in game, right? I mean, as far as for one of the teams and the other team trying to play spoiler. And they were both the same exact game, Bill. They were both the better team, kind of controlled the game, but couldn't pull away, stayed in that, teens to 9, teens to 10 zone. And then one big fucking play or one big drive spins the whole fucking game around, and the better team leaves and loses the game and misses. The Titans and the Packers both should be in.
It sucks, Howie, because I don't think the Packers deserve to be in.
No.
I think out of those three teams, I think the Lions were the ones that deserved to be.
I don't think any of those teams, honestly.
Well, out of those three, Seattle, Packers, and the Lions, I think the Lions deserved. They were 1-6 to start the season, and they turned it around. Looks like they have their quarterback now. Looks like Goff is there, and he's going to do what he does. They got a great running back. They got great receivers. Their defense is coming around. The team's not bad.
No. They're Goff's going to be the problem there. I know he looked fine in spurts, but I mean, he still is the guy sometimes that we saw for the first 7 weeks.
Yeah, but he kind of fits that system.
For now, I never take 6 good weeks or a good year out of it. We still know what he is, but he's not the worst, right? He's not as bad as he was, but the weapons are great.
I wanted to see them in the playoffs, and Seattle's just fucking. I hate Geno. He played like shit yesterday. He looked really bad. Mm-hmm. He had that. One of them. He got lucky at the end. They got a bullshit call. The guy missed a field goal at the end. They went in overtime and they won. The Rams are just trash. But
it's like every team that needed to win, that needed to have a big game, scored like 19 points and snuck by or lost. Like you had the Seahawks win 19-16. You had the Packers lose 20-16. You had the fucking the Titans game 20-16. Like they were the same game. All three of the most important games of the weekend were the same fucking game. They were the same exact thing. Boring. Neither team deserved to win, and then one gave it away at the end. But what do you think of the playoff? The first week of the playoffs. Let's do a fucking first look. Since we don't have much on here today, looks like we're gonna be starting off Saturday, January 14th. Niners are gonna obliterate the Seahawks. We have the Chargers.
I've heard 4 or 5 different people say that this game, that don't be surprised if the Seahawks win. I had to turn it off.
Yeah,
I had to turn it off.
That's going to happen. Chargers, Jaguars, and then we go to Sunday, which is very weird scheduling for the playoffs here. Have you seen that? I just realized that I didn't see the schedule yet until now. 2 games on Saturday, 3 on Sunday, and then 1 on Monday.
And all the primetime games are ass.
I mean, why do you have one team that's going to be getting an extra 2 days rest over another team? That doesn't.
Got to give Tom Brady 2 days rest.
Well, he's getting the least rest. I'm saying for the next round. For the next round. If they win this round, they're going to be going from Monday. I guess they're going to have to play the next Sunday or Monday.
You got to give him a lot of rest, though. He's old for right now.
Yes, he is old, Bill. He is old. That is a fact. So we got Dolphins at Bills. I mean, which I don't love that they do the divisional stuff where teams from the same division are playing, but whatever. Giants at Vikings, Ravens at Bengals, Cowboys at Buccaneers. What do you guys think?
Giants,
they're going to lose. What do you think? What do you think, Evan? What are you looking at this slate? Anything that jumps off here?
I don't think the Giants are going to win. First round exit, probably.
Yeah, this will be one of those games where Kirk Cousins looks great this week and gets mopped the next.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I don't want the Cowboys to win. I kind of just want them to be shitty and lose the first round. So
yeah, I mean, the Monday night is like
Giants.
It's like fucking. I want both teams to lose if that's possible. Rackets.
Yeah, that's the worst Monday night game ever.
Dallas Bucks. I want them both out.
Even the Sunday night game, like I don't want to see the Bengals and the Ravens in primetime. We see that game in fucking primetime during the regular season every year, and it's the same game every fucking year.
I mean, literally.
Lamar always wins.
What's up?
Lamar always wins.
Shut up, stupid. We fucking beat the Ravens by like 40 points each time last year.
Ravens beat them this year.
We just beat the fucking Ravens yesterday.
Without Lamar.
Trash.
Shut up, Lamar Jackson. He's fucking garbage.
He's never won
a. Has he ever won a playoff game? Hasn't Lamar Jackson never won a playoff game?
Stop him.
You don't have to.
Sucks
Stop
in the
himself.
second half.
Fucking
Your team
loser.
sucks in the second half every week.
You have $1 million parlay riding on them to win, so you better be rooting for them, asshole.
I'm not rooting for that. I'll take my $20 cash out right now.
I mean, really familiar matchups, right? Like all these teams are playing teams like Seahawks, Niners, Chargers, Jags, Dolphins, Bills, same division, Ravens, Bengals, same division. A lot of teams that are really familiar with each other. A couple of teams playing for the third time here this weekend. I'll give my run through and then give me yours. I think first glance, Niners, Chargers, Bills, Vikings, Bengals, Bucks, Rackets. What's your run through on the?
Let me pull it up real quick. I think the Jags win that game.
I'll just ask you guys the games and then you tell me. Niners, Seahawks, Bill.
Niners by 17.
Niners.
Yep.
Jags, Charger.
Jags by a field goal. Close game.
Chargers.
What'd you say, Evan?
Chargers.
It's amazing. Jaguars have a home game. That's so unfair.
Bills.
Dolphins.
Bills
by a Mills. Vikings, Giants. Bills on the Giants. Evan.
This is the most interesting game of the weekend.
I would like this one be later.
Yeah, I think the Giants win it, but I'm not surprised if the Vikings come out of that game.
Evan.
I want the Giants. I think the Vikings are frauds.
I do too. I feel like this is Kirk Cousins comes out and balls out this week, then gets shit stomped the week after that. So I'm gonna go with the Vikings here. Obviously, the Bengals just shit stomped the Ravens. Bill.
Ravens.
No, you're wrong.
Bengals.
Evan. There you go.
Bengals by a million.
Burrow needs like 2 possessions in that game. The Ravens scored like 1 touchdown in 3 months. Burrow needs to touch the ball twice.
Burrow needs a good drive, and they win that game.
Yeah,
they're gonna thump him. It's fucking Joey Buckets. He's gonna smash it. And then Cowboys, Bucks, Bill.
I'm gonna have to go with Dallas.
Right.
I like them, but they're shitty. I mean, this game's really shitty.
Bad. What do you think, Rackets?
Bucks.
Evan.
Cowboys win this game.
Under.
3-2.
Has Tom Brady ever had a first round exit?
7-3 final. What?
Has Tom Brady ever had a first round exit?
I don't think so. I think he's had an exit where they had the bye and then lost. I don't think he's ever lost in the wild card round.
I don't think he's ever lost in the wild card.
They've almost never played in the wild card round. Like, how many times has Tom Brady actually even played in the wild card round? Like, they had the bye in the AFC East every fucking year. Because from going 14-2 every year in the AFC East with that shit division. But that's it for headlines. It seems looks like Howie Dewey's going to be connected on the audio, so we'll kind of pivot gears here, switch over to college football, which the guys came to see. Bill Rupp, we got the granddaddy of them all today. We got the fucking national championship going on. Howie Dewey, how you doing? His audio's still connecting. Bill, we got the national championship. What are you going to be betting on here?
I got 14.5 when it first came out that night. We spoke about it. It was 13.5 right when the game ended. And then I was like, oh, shit, I'm going to take it. You're like, oh, wait a minute. And I waited like 45 minutes and went to 14.5 for about
and then it came back down.
a half hour. And then it went back down. But I do have Georgia to win the game. So it's kind of like a middle. So I'm on the 14.5 that I love. And then I am on Georgia to win in parlay yesterday.
All right. Evan, is Howie's audio connected? I know it still says connecting.
I don't think he knows he's here.
Oh, tell him he's here. He doesn't know. Howie Dewey.
He's just hanging out on the couch.
Howie. Howie, can you hear us? It says connecting audio though. Could you see that?
No, he can't hear. He can't hear us.
I texted
it's not. I would call him. It looks like it's not connected.
He says I don't see anything.
Yeah, it's not connected. Oh man, how great if he just would have fucking took the lotion out and started fucking rubbing one out like in the background. Like, Howie,
we got a couple minutes here.
I can squeeze one before the TCU game over here. Bill, are you looking to bet a lot on this game tonight? What are you going to be doing? I know you got TCU. Do you like your Bowers props? I think I'm going to go with Bowers.
I think there's going to be a lot.
He kind of disappeared last game, though.
Yeah, well, no, he hasn't really been around all season. Bowers' season was last year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the other tight end they have has been hurt. You know, so he was kind of non-existent too last week. I don't know. I'm gonna be playing around with the game. Obviously, you know, put some money down on it. Maybe Bowers, maybe touchdown parlay or something like that. I saw something with one touchdown each half. Let me see. Let me pull that up for a minute. One touchdown each half.
One touchdown each quarter is minus 170.
I like Stetson Bennett to have one passing touchdown in each half, minus 115.
Okay, there you go. That's not a bad one.
I think that's free money.
See, the thing I love on this game is as we hit last game, and I've been hitting the Max Duggan rushing prop. Then you got to be careful of, because I know we're going to get a lot of casual college football bettors who maybe haven't bet a college football game or prop all year that are going to be betting now today. And keep in mind, guys, sacks count as lost yardage. So I know Duggan should rush for about 60, 70 yards. The thing I'm afraid of, though, is this isn't one of these Big Ten schools. This isn't Michigan walking through this. This is Georgia. So the defense, I'm a little bit worried that he might sack his way off that number, kind of rush for 60 or 70 and then lose 30 during sacks and make it tough. So I don't know if I'm even going to be able to do that, Bill.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Not against Georgia. Against a different team, maybe. Might go with some Lad McConkey, leaning that. I'll have the official props up on the site for later.
It's gonna hurt, bro. Watch out.
I know it's only 37.5, though. I think you can get it on one.
They were using him as a decoy last week.
I know. That's why his number's 33 instead of 73. I
don't even think he got that last week, did he?
I think he had that one catch that was 40 or more. Didn't he have that one long touchdown? I thought.
I don't remember.
Yeah, but Bowers is just an enigma right now. I just can't understand why they didn't use him right. Howie, there you are. Can you hear us, Howie?
Yeah, they didn't use him. They didn't really start using him until like fourth quarter, end of the third quarter last week. Even the announcers were saying they have to get him one-on-one and get him the ball. I don't know.
Yeah.
Force it to him.
It was very strange. Evan, can you call Howie and see if he can hear us?
Yeah.
So the prop perspective, it's not that sexy here today. I mean, you really don't want to attack Georgia's defense from any perspective, right? You got the sack issue with Duggan. I think this game is probably going to be a little bit of a slugfest here on some level. I know a lot of people are expecting fireworks in this one. 62 total is not insane for a college football game. We see those a lot. It'll probably get there just because they usually do in these big games like this.
Georgia's defense isn't the defense that we saw the first 6, 7, 8 weeks. Maybe they're tired, but as soon as we saw LSU put up 30 on them, and then Ohio State put up another monster number, I expect nothing less than 30 points.
They should. I love this TCU team. I love this TCU defense. I think people look at it. Howie Dewey, we got you?
What's going on?
There it is. All right. We finally made it work. So we're just talking about the TCU Georgia game tonight, Mr. Dewey. I think what do you think? How do you think this goes tonight?
Unfortunately, after much thought, I think TCU's had a great year. I think that last game they played was amazing. They played a perfect game. I think if Georgia had a close game, if Georgia had blown out Ohio State and they didn't have a close game, I think tonight's game could possibly be close. I don't think it will be. I think you're going to see a score of 48-24.
I'm going to run away on this one.
I think they are, man. I just think they needed that close game to get things on. I think you're going to see someone like Brock Bowers go absolutely ballistic tonight. I think he's going to get the MVP. He'll probably have 1 or 2 touchdowns, 150 yards receiving. I think it's going to be a rough time for TCU. You're going to see some shit on special teams, a couple turnovers. And I love TCU. I love this quarterback. I just feel they run into a buzzsaw tonight, and this is it.
Yeah, see, listen, you know me. I'm going to fucking ride with the horny toads as long as I have to. I've been on it all fucking year. I'm not getting off now. But
no, I know. You love it.
But I could see it. Yeah, I think this game goes one of two ways. I think this game is either TCU does what they always do and get counted out, and everyone counts. Literally, Howie, it's been every week, right? Everyone's like, TCU's done, TCU's done, TCU's done.
Yeah.
So they're either going to stay in this dogfight, and this is coming down to the wire in a lower scoring game. I don't think we're going to see one of 45-40 festivals like we saw last week. Bill Rupp, we know if it does start like that, we will be immediately jumping on those drive props and live totals as we did last week. Or like you said, Howie, I think they can get boat raced. They can. I think this game could be 21-3 before we even blink. So it's going to depend on which Georgia team comes up. The one thing I will say, though, everyone keeps underestimating the teams that they're playing, keep underestimating this TCU team. So they're feisty. Yeah. They do the little things. So as long as they can stay close, I like their chances. Yeah. They got to stay close early, though.
Yeah. That's the thing. If you see –
what's Rackets laughing at?
You see a punt return, a interception, it could be over quickly.
What are you laughing at?
It's the kid in the YouTube chat.
So Dewey, do you like any props? You said Bowers?
I think Bowers is going to go ballistic tonight. I think you're going to see him possibly, both he and McConkey. I think they have big games. I mean, TCU, they do what they can with everything they have. They're coming out of the Big 12. They don't have a great backfield. I mean, they don't have a great D-back. And these guys are going to Georgia's going to throw the ball tonight. They're going to throw the ball. They're going to throw the ball. You're going to see some trap plays. You're going to see these running backs running for 10, 15 yards. It's going to be tough, man. I mean, TCU's got to score early to stay in this.
Yeah, that first quarter is everything. The first two drives can't settle for field goals. Going to have to go out there, throw 7 on the board in one of their first 2 drives. They don't have to do it on the first drive, but they're going to have to get a 7 spot, either get a lead or stay connected early. That is going to be the most important thing here. So I'm going to be taking TCU plus the 14 if you can get it. I love when people say that, if you can get it. If I could, national championship. If you're going to ever buy a half point, buy a point. Do it in the Super Bowl, national championships, games like that. Get the 2 touchdowns on that. But I'm going to be looking at the TCU plus 14. Howie, I think you're looking at Georgia minus 13.5. Bill, give me a score prediction on this. How do you think this game ends?
Like 41-30, something like that.
All right, you and Howie are in the same ballpark.
You think anybody could win the MVP besides Bennett? I mean,
he said Bowers. Howie likes Bowers.
The odds are crazy.
I don't even see the MVP up here.
Yeah, it's on FanDuel.
I'm sure Bennett's probably the favorite. I'm guessing.
He's even money. Duggan's
Stephen Bennett. Stetson Bennett's plus 100.
Yeah.
Everybody else.
Oh my God! Everyone else like plus 3,000.
Yeah, Duggan's.
Where's Duggan?
Duggan's plus 500.
What's Bowers?
Bowers is plus 800.
Oh, dude! I hate when they do this. So they didn't put him in order. Yeah,
no, it's all mixed up.
It's mixed up. All right, so you got McIntosh at plus 800, Bowers at plus 800, Duggan at plus 500. I'm going to take a stab on that.
And then everybody else is over 1,000.
And then everyone else is up there in the rafters. Ladd McConkey, 3,000. These guys are up there pretty big.
Actually, that's Ladd McConkey, 3,000. That's a hell of a value.
If he's good, how healthy do you think he is? Do you think he's 100%? It's probably not 100, right?
I think he's going though. I mean, if he catches 2 or 3, he legitimately could grab 2 or 3 touchdowns. I mean, I think that's a great.
I don't think he's going to be used enough to win MVP.
I mean, it depends on if the game's high scoring or low scoring, right?
I like Bowers. I love Bowers at plus 800. I think that's the value of it because they're going to go to him a lot tonight. Yeah. I think Bowers
that last week too.
Yeah, it should. I mean, listen, Brock Bowers has been an enigma. He's been kind of like Travis Kelce this year, where Kelce didn't score a touchdown for what, Bill? Like 10 straight weeks or some shit?
4 in 1 game.
He scored 4 in 1 game. I don't think he scored again the rest of the season. It's been the same thing with Bowers. It's like you see every once in a while this guy's popping. I mean, he did have 4 for 64 last week, so he came around late and kind of got to the number. But, I mean, a lot of 20s and 10s and 27s and 15-yard games. And then all of a sudden, 5 for 121, 5 for 154. Howie had 10 catches for 145 yards and a touchdown in the last 2 games. So that's encouraging. But kind of shocked that he didn't have a single game all year outside of the LSU game where he had over 5 catches. Doesn't make sense.
Well, I mean, if you look at the team, they have like 8 different weapons.
They got a lot of weapons, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got 4 running backs. You got 5 receivers. And every game they play, every team's keying on him.
Yeah.
So you got guys. McConaughey had the year of his best year of his career because he's open all the time.
All right, because everyone's focused on Bowers.
But I think tonight, look, man, it's his last game.
Yeah.
He's moving on after tonight. This is it. I think they're going to use him. It's national TV, national championship. I think he's going to get a lot of targets. Probably you might see 10, 20 targets tonight.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think he goes off today too. Hopefully, I'll be betting it. Let's move over to college basketball here. Anything else on the college football game here, guys? Anything else you guys wanted to share or add?
It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, it'll be fun, that's for sure. Bill, anything on you?
Nope.
No, you're good. All right, we got a shitty college basketball slate here, Howie. Not too much going on. Very small slate. A lot of small schools. Anything catch your eye today on the hardwood?
Yeah, I like one game, man. And it's a weird situation. Army's won their last 4 games in a row. You love Army. Colgate's going into Highland Falls tonight, -7.5. And I hate to say it, I like the Red Raiders. I like Colgate. I think something's up with this game. I think they cover it easy at Army.
Do not say you hate to say it, because I have 4 plays, and that is one of them. So we are on the same side on that call. I was actually very curious. I had it written on the end because I know you like to bet those Army-Navy games all the time whenever those teams play. So I always lean on you with your opinion. So that is comforting that you're on the same side of that one. I'm on that too, Evan. You could throw that in there. Colgate -7.5. I'll give you guys a couple other plays. I mean, literally, I think at one point on Saturday, I was, Bill, you were watching that. I think I was like 13-5 in college basketball, and all 5 losses were like gut-wrenching, fucking pull your throat out of your mouth type losses in those. We had Michigan get a foul put on the board with 0.1 seconds left to lose a cover. We had 3 games lose in overtime. We had Oklahoma State score 1 point in the final 7 minutes of the game. Miss covering by a basket. I mean, when they were tied the whole game, even winning at the end of the game. So some very, very bad losses on what ended up being a fine day, but should have been like a 15-1 day, like start to the day. And it was, we lost 5 of them. But today, here's the 4 plays I am on, Mr. Dewey. I am on Colgate -7.5. I am on Bethune-Cookman. Quite a slate when Bethune-Cookman makes the list.
Daytona Beach.
What's that?
Daytona Beach.
Yeah, so I got Bethune-Cookman +9. There was a 10 out there a minute ago. It's looking like 9 now. Let me see. Bethune-Cookman, 9.5 looks like the best number now. It was a 10 before the show. It looks like some money's coming in on the Cooks. So give me Bethune-Cookman +9.5. I'm going to do 2 first-half plays. I've been telling you guys it's been working pretty well. If I like any dogs going forward, I started about a week and a half ago, and it's been – I don't even remember a time where it wasn't worth betting the first half instead of the game. +15.5 games like that. I'm just taking the first half. One, you're getting more points, so it's usually not cut directly in half. For some reason, you're getting, usually getting like 9 on a 15.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like right now on this one, it's 15.5 on. This is Florida A&M, and I'm getting 9 in the first half. So let me get that Florida A&M first half +9. The reason I've been doing this so much in the first half, Howie, is because if these teams don't win the first half, they usually are just going to get fucking thumped. If they do cover the first half, they still may get thumped. So I just think their best chance of staying in these games is early.
I crushed Rutgers first half against Maryland last week because, I've watched Maryland, like the last 6 out of 7 games, they get in the hole by 20 points. So
yeah, exactly.
Wild,
I've been liking this first half. And then the final thing here, final play on the board is Weepy, IUPUI. We're going to go IUPUI first half also in this one, and that is also +9. So IUPUI first half +9, Florida A&M first half +9, Bethune-Cookman +9.5. You can do the first half on that instead too. That's kind of right at that fringe number where I think you're fine either way. And then me and Howie are consensus on Colgate -7.5.
Yeah.
All right, Howie, Dewey, anything else before we let you go?
Man, that's it. Looking forward to the game.
All right, and I will hit you up in a little bit. I got to text our boy. Me and Howie got a little box pool we got to keep an eye on, so I'm going to text this guy in a little bit, find out what numbers we drew there and where we're looking on that. So we'll We'll talk to you for the game tonight, Mr. Dewey.
All right, brother.
All right, bro. Be good.
Later.
All right, Silly Billy Rupp, Joey Rackets. What do we got? NBA here. Let's see what you got, Bill Rupp.
How come I'm not in the box pool?
What?
How come I'm not in it?
You want to do a $1,000 box NCAA pool? You hate those.
Why do I hate them?
I don't know. You always hate them.
I just asked you if you wanted to be in an NFL one.
All right, why don't we
Shenanigans, Bill Rupp.
Guys, see how this goes?
Shenanigans.
I go out of my way. I call them up. I send them the picture. Hey, Tommy, you want to be in a Super Bowl box pool for $400? Oh, yeah.
It's Howie's. What do you mean? I don't get to just invite people.
I'll let you know. Yeah,
I asked you if you knew, and you said you didn't want to do it.
No.
I literally said to you, do you know anyone who's doing an NCAA pool? And you go, who cares about an NCAA pool?
That's like asking, do you want whipped cream on that?
I asked him, Rackets. I go, you know anyone doing an NCAA box pool?
And I said, I'll ask around.
He said, who cares?
Yeah, I said, who cares? Right? That sounds like me.
I got invited.
If somebody says, hey, Bill, you want to bet on something? I say, yeah, who cares?
I got invited into one. Don't be jealous.
Well, you could have. Hey, I get invited to a lot of shit.
Shut up and give your bets. I want to get out of here.
If you want to be involved.
I want to get out of here. That's what I want to do. Give your bets.
Now listen. Now I know you're just selfish.
Go on, Bill. What do you got for NBA?
No, I don't want to talk to you.
You don't have to. Talk to them. Talk to them.
Rackets. I have Jokic first basket. Jokic first basket plus 300. I'm waiting on MGM to open it up to get the first team basket, so I'll bet them both. That's the only one I'm doing tonight, guys. First basket, because the rest of the games are shitty. And then I have a double-double. Vucevic, double-double. He's like minus 190. And I'm parlaying him with Thomas Bryant double-double, but Thomas Bryant's stats aren't up yet on the Lakers. So just keep an eye on it. I don't have a line for it. Vucevic's minus 190. He's probably going to be minus 110 or something, minus 120. So parlay those two together, and you'll get plus money. But you got to wait for Thomas Bryant's line to come out. The Laker game is later, so we won't have it for a while. And I'll have Sabonis guys in something. Take his comp points, rebounds, and assists. Parlay that with something. You can parlay it with the football game tonight if you want. You could take lower Sabonis's points, rebounds, and assists to like 37.5. That comes out to like minus 300, and take it with a touchdown scored in each quarter, minus 170. That'll give you plus money.
All right, we got that. Any other first baskets or anything?
Nope.
When do you usually get those? Closer to tip?
No, I gave one out already. If you already listened.
Oh, you did that? No, I wasn't. I was building the same game.
Well, I was talking. That's why.
Well, you said you weren't talking to me, so I wasn't listening.
I was talking to Rackets, and I wasn't.
Yeah, I wasn't listening to you because you said you weren't talking to me. What'd you say there, Rackets?
So I think it was Jokic plus 330, plus 300.
Yep. Yes,
Rackets. No, I heard it. Even though he wasn't. If he was talking to me, I would have heard it, but he wasn't talking to me. Someone said same game parlay for college football. We'll have one together on the site. I mean, really, just take some of the props we were talking about. Howie likes Bowers. I like McConkey's over. Bowers over. Be careful with the Duggan rushing, but that should hit as long as he doesn't get sacked like 6 times. But I get a little worried, especially when teams get behind and Georgia pins their ears back, Bo. We've seen times where Georgia will just get it one drive where they sack the guy 3 times in a row. He loses 30 yards. So you could throw it in a same-game parlay if you're looking for a flyer, but I wouldn't be putting a sizable amount of money on that wager. I think a Bowers touchdown safe. I think a Kenny McIntosh in the box is reasonable. You could do that, but just throw a combination of those in there, and I'll have a couple built on the site later. I just don't have anything done yet, so I'll do that now. What is this? Same game parlay, $100 in free bets? That's this little promo they got going on here. That's why they're asking probably. All right, NHL, Bill, anything you're looking at? Not many games today. I have one play that's on the board right now. I have the Kings tonight. I think there's only 4 games on the ice tonight. Let me just check. Yeah, 4 games. Flyers, Sabres, Canadians, Kraken, Predators, Senators, Oilers, Kings. I like the Kings in this one. I'm taking the Kings minus 110. Another hockey loss in overtime the other day, Bill. I think that's 5 of my last 7 hockey losses have been in overtime. Anything you're looking at?
I had 2 guys to score goals yesterday, Ovechkin and Pastrnak. Pastrnak had he hit the trifecta, which would be called a hat trick in hockey. Scoring 3 goals.
The trifecta, huh?
Yeah.
The trifecta.
Or a turkey. That's called a turkey in bowling.
It is called turkey in bowling.
It is. I like when they put the little digital turkey on the screen.
And if you're a pitcher in baseball, it's called striking out the side.
Nice. What's it called in basketball?
And it's called in football going 3 and out.
That's not the same as
Basketball,
that.
it's called
I'm pretty sure 3 and out is not the same
basketball.
as
It's called basketball. It's called a 3-point play.
I'm pretty sure we've drifted into like a new world here where a hat trick has become a 3 and out. I don't think those two correlate.
Listen, I don't make up the rules. That's what they are.
I think you made a left turn somewhere in there.
Bill's just honoring Hamlin with all this.
Just driving down the wrong street.
Tonight I got two scorers, but I'm gonna give you just one. In Buffalo, Tage, what is it? Tag or Tage?
Tage.
Is his name? Tage Thompson. Buffalo. Don't know how to say his name, but the guy's good. He's
You
gonna
didn't even
score.
ask me.
He is gonna
Stop
score.
talking to you now.
Yeah. And I have another one, but you got to subscribe to get that one.
Wow. Gotta subscribe to get it. They're moving his nickname over to TNT, but I think his nickname is like Meat Rocket or something like that, isn't it? Didn't he have hit Tage Thompson?
Is it? He's the Meat Rocket?
He had a weird nickname. I know Tage Against the Machine was one of the ones in the chat. I'm trying to see. Tage.
Bet on the
I
Meat
think
Rocket.
it's like Meat Rocket. Hold on. Someone in the chat.
I think Tommy wants his nickname to be Meat Rocket.
Yeah, I love Meat Rocket. Be my nickname. It's something like that. Come on, I gotta find it. Anyone have it? Someone in the chat. We're just on delay. They'll have it. But Evan, do you see it?
I'm looking. It's already updated on to TNT.
Yeah, that's the new one. And then Tage against the Machine. Rackets is retarded. He doesn't know anything.
You didn't ask me the first time. I'm not telling you now.
I did ask you. You don't know.
I wasn't paying attention. I don't know.
What does he know? Rackets, we got any tennis tonight?
Yeah, I got 2 plays.
Isn't it the Australian Open qualifier?
I can't bet the qualifiers, but they are those qualifiers are going on, but I can't.
What do you mean? Why can't you bet them?
New York doesn't allow you to, bro. You can't do qualifiers.
I can bet them right now. I see them.
Nope, only main draw, main tournaments. So one of them, I can only bet this one on DraftKings too, which is odd. But looking at Elena Ostapenko against Anna Kalinskaya tonight. Match is at 9:00. I like Ostapenko. The market seemed to be liking Kalinskaya a lot, and I think it's just overreacting to Ostapenko's last match where she looked awful. But she's the better player, and I'm going to take the plus money on that. And the line's moving that way as well. She should be a favorite by the time it starts. And then the other one's Bernarda Pera against Madison Brengle, -105. I like Pera tonight a lot. I don't know why. This line is another one that's kind of off to me. Brengle's just not a good server. She's not a good player. Her serve is atrocious. So Paris should be able to, even if Brengle succeeds on Paris serve, Paris should be able to break her right back because Brengle's serve is awful. So I like both of those plays tonight. And then I have one NFL future that I'm going to give out. You guys we already gave out the 49ers to win the Super Bowl. Hoffman did that at plus 1,300. I'm going to give you guys the exact matchup. It's Chiefs 49ers. Super Bowl rematch. It's plus 650 or 700 on FanDuel right now. I think it's only one of 2 teams. It's going to be either the Bengals or the Chiefs. I think it's the Chiefs. I'm going to take that all day.
When the 49ers lose to Seattle, and the Giants beat the Vikings, and then the Giants go to the Eagles and beat the Eagles, I'll be at the Meadowlands for the NFC Championship. So
You're an idiot. None of that's happening. None of you fucking meatheads found the nickname. I mean, come on. Not one person in the fucking chat.
I looked everywhere. I could not find a goddamn Meat Rocket.
No, I don't. I'm saying it's like Meat Rocket. If it was Meat Rocket, I would have found it in 2 seconds because I wrote Meat Rocket. I
want to see Evan's search history now.
It's a weird. He's got like 3 nicknames. It was TNT. It was Tage Against the Machine. And then the other one was like, I think it's him. It's funny. It's like Meat Rocket or fucking Meat something. I don't remember what it was. I'm gonna be up all fucking day trying to find it. I was hoping one of the fucking idiots in here can fucking find it. We got fucking hundreds of people in here. Fucking retards can't find it, so I didn't have to. But I'm gonna have to get to work after this. Got to do everything myself. Meat missile. There it is. I found it over you idiots.
I'm not drunk.
Dude, Tage Meat Missile Thompson strikes again.
All right,
Meat
Where the
Missile.
fuck did you see that?
I just searched Meat Missile. I see it on Reddit.
let's go. Let's go meet Missile tonight.
Let me just see if we can.
Someone goes meat guzzler in the chat.
Dude, Meat Missile in Urban Dictionary is a large penis, also known as a veiny bang stick.
Purple-headed yogurt slinger.
His Meat Missile was no exception, as it was 10 inches
Remember
long.
in
I guess Tage has got a fucking hammer, huh?
remember the movie with Dawson's Creek, the kid, and then he says like all the names for the pecker?
No.
You don't remember that part when he says it to his teacher?
No.
You're
Dawson's Creek? Why would I remember something from Dawson's
a
Creek?
football movie.
Varsity Blues?
Yeah.
Well, that's not Dawson's Creek. That's a different show.
Not him?
It's James Vanderbeek.
Oh, Vanderbeek you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, Dawson.
Yeah. No, I don't think I remember it. I don't think I remember it.
You're so stupid.
Yeah, I know. Let's go Meat Missile. Put one in the box today. Anything else here, boys, before we get out of here?
No, Evan's sweatshirt's scaring me.
Hey, what's on that sweatshirt? What's that, a bear?
That's a nice Bruins sweatshirt.
It's the Bruins retro logo.
I like it.
It's the
I
Coke
can't wait.
bear.
I want to get some Washington National gear with their new fucking mascot. That fucking stupid thing that they have.
Oh, dude, Rackets. I found the best fucking Mariners hat.
Hackett, did you see that shit? Like they're what is that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have no idea what you're
Look it up. Look up Commander's new mascot.
Does this
pig.
have anything to
Commanders
do
or Nationals?
You said Nationals.
I mean,
with? Does this have anything to do with James
the
Vanderbeek, Bill?
Commanders.
James Vanderbeek wear this?
Look
this
at
hat?
that pig. Look how stupid he is. He got a big stupid smile.
Oh, like it looks like you.
Pig. Where's this pig?
He's got a big fat stomach.
Look at this, Rackets.
His name's Tuddy.
Tutty. That's our gift. This is what I look at this Mariner hat, Rackets.
Oh, I like that.
Fire, and it's a fitted one. But the problem with it is I can't fucking find it anywhere. They only have it in like a small medium, and the Mariner site doesn't have it. The New Era site doesn't have it.
Can we talk about this like off air?
I'm very upset, Bill. I'm very upset.
I hate you today, so don't.
All right. Well, I hate you too. Evan, final words.
We'll see you on Thursday.
Rackets, final words.
Rupp and Rackets, 5:30. Discord.
5:30 in the Discord. Bill, are you excited to do another show at 5:30? I will be sleeping.
Good. We don't want you on there anyway. You
I'm
fucking
coming
annoying the
up.
shit out of us last night. Me and Hoppin want to beat you up.
That's what happens when you get drunk.
I saw the
anyway.
chat going into mutiny. I was like, no.
God, so annoying, bro. You're just annoying us, everyone in there. I had to fucking kick him out of the chat.
Hey, you guys
4
are
times.
saying stupid shit. I'm sorry.
Oh, you were saying stupid shit.
For Bill Rupp, Evan Hand, Howie, Dewey, and Joey Rackets, I am Tommy G. Good luck. Stay cashin', motherfuckers.
Let's go!